Have you ever watched someone walk away, knowing deep inside they'd regret it, but they just couldn't see it yet? Have you ever been cast aside like you didn't matter, only to feel the weight of that betrayal settle deep in your bones? The ignored messages, the cold goodbyes, the way they seemed so confident, like they had everything figured out. But what if I told you that by the time she realizes what she lost, you won't even care anymore? That's the power of the Stoic man. That's the power of detachment. Women don't shed tears for the men who beg, plead, or chase. No, they cry for the ones who disappear, who become untouchable, who rise from heartbreak as something unrecognizable. And by the time regret sinks in, when she finally understands what she threw away, you'll have already built a new life, one so strong, so unshakable, that she won't even have access to you anymore. In that moment, she believed she held all the power. She assumed you'd always be there, waiting, hurting, missing her. But here's where she was wrong. A man who embraces stoicism, who truly masters control and detachment, doesn't wait around for closure, apologies, or validation. No, he moves forward effortlessly because he understands one fundamental truth. He is the prize. This isn't just about her. It's about you, your growth, your transformation. It's about reclaiming your power, mastering your emotions, and embodying true indifference. Because the truth is, she doesn't regret the man who stays the same. She regrets the one she can no longer reach. The man who walks away so completely, so permanently, that he becomes nothing more than a legend in her mind. And that's exactly what you're about to become. If you're ready to shift your mindset, to evolve into a version of yourself so disciplined, so powerful, that she feels your absence like a ghost haunting her soul, then let's begin. If you're done being an option, if you're ready to be the man who never waits for permission, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions. My emotions don't control me. Now, let's get started. Emotional control is power. What separates the strong from the weak? What determines who moves forward and who remains trapped in the past? One thing: emotional control. A man who can't master his emotions is nothing more than a puppet, a slave to his impulses. And here's the hard truth: women don't respect men who can't control themselves. If you're constantly reacting, always seeking validation, and letting your emotions dictate your actions, you've already lost. When she walked away, when she went cold, when she cut you off, she was testing you. Maybe she didn't even realize it herself, but she was. She wanted to see, will he break? Will he crumble? Will he chase me like all the others? And if you did, if you texted, begged, or let your emotions take over, her respect vanished instantly. She might not even be able to explain why, but deep inside, she just knows. He's weak. You see, attraction isn't about words. It's about energy. A man who is truly in control doesn't need to prove himself. He doesn't need to over-explain or display how much he cares. He operates from a place of certainty, strength, and complete emotional mastery. And that's what makes him magnetic. The moment you stop reacting, stop explaining, and stop chasing her validation, something shifts. Suddenly, she starts wondering, why is he so calm? Why isn't he affected? Why isn't he chasing like I expected? That confusion, that doubt, it plants a seed in her mind. And that seed grows into regret. Most men will never reach this level because they are ruled by their emotions. But you're different. From this moment forward, you refuse to let her, or anyone, hold that kind of power over you. You feel the pain, but you don't react. You acknowledge the loss, but you don't break. And in that silence, in that control, you win. Because nothing haunts a woman more than a man she thought she could break, only to realize he was unshakable. If you're done letting emotions dictate your actions, if you're ready to become untouchable, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. The power of absence. What happens when you completely remove yourself from someone's life? Not out of anger, not out of resentment, just absence, silence, distance. Most men believe their presence is what creates value. They think that by constantly showing up, proving themselves, and reminding her how much they care, she'll finally recognize their worth. Wrong. That's not how it works. A woman only starts to value what she can no longer have. When you are always there, always accessible, always just a call or text away, she took you for granted. She assumed you'd always be available. That's human nature. We don't appreciate what's given freely. We crave what we feel slipping away. Your silence? It's louder than words. Your absence? It speaks volumes. And that's when the regret starts creeping in. At first, she's relieved. She thinks she made the right choice. But then, days pass, weeks, and suddenly, she realizes you're really gone. That void starts to feel unbearable. She scrolls through old messages. She checks your social media. She wonders why you haven't reached out. She expected you to chase. She assumed you'd beg. Instead, you disappeared. And nothing haunts a person more than the thought of being replaced, forgotten, erased. But this isn't just about her. This is about you. Your ability to walk away and never look back is your greatest strength. This isn't about playing a game. It's about becoming a man so locked in on his purpose, so focused on his own growth, that he doesn't even have time to think about her. That's real power. Because by the time she realizes what she lost, you'll be too busy building your empire to care. So disappear, not to make her miss you, but to reclaim yourself, to remind yourself who you were before you met her, before you gave her all that access. Let her feel the weight of your absence. Let her wonder what you're doing. Let her question if you ever think about her at all, because that's when she'll cry for you in silence. But by then, you'll be long gone. If you're done waiting for someone to see your worth, if you're ready to let your absence speak for itself, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am too valuable to chase. The art of moving on without moving on. Most men think moving on means finding someone new, jumping into another relationship, or distracting themselves just to fill the void. Wrong. That's not moving on. That's avoidance. And the problem? It keeps you stuck in the same cycle, chasing temporary fixes instead of real growth. The real power move? You don't replace her. You outgrow her. You become a version of yourself so evolved, so untouchable, that the man she left no longer exists. That's how you move on, without moving on. You don't waste time proving anything to her. You simply become undeniable. She expects you to be stuck, to still be watching her, thinking about her, secretly hoping she'll come back. And the moment she realizes you're not, that you've elevated, that your life has improved without her, that you're no longer waiting, that's when the regret kicks in. Because she wanted to feel irreplaceable. She wanted to believe she had such an impact on you that you'd never truly move on. But when she sees you have, when she realizes your world didn't stop, that you've upgraded in every way, she starts questioning everything. Did I make a mistake? Was he always this great and I just didn't see it? Why isn't he broken without me? And those thoughts, they eat her alive. But here's the truth. You don't do this for her. You do it for you. Moving on isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about stepping into your full potential. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't dwell on the past, who doesn't seek revenge, who doesn't need external validation to feel whole. You move forward, not to make her regret, but to make yourself proud. And by the time she finally sees what she lost, it won't even matter. If you're done looking back, if you're ready to evolve into something greater, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I grow beyond my past. The high value man's comeback. There's no better revenge than success. No greater power than becoming the man she always wished you were when she no longer has access to you. Most men focus on the wrong things after a breakup. They waste time stalking her social media, wondering who she's with, overanalyzing every detail. That's not the move. The real power move? Silence, focus, transformation. While she's out thinking she upgraded, while she's entertaining distractions, you go to work, you hit the gym, you level up your finances. You build a life so valuable that women like her become irrelevant. And the best part? You're not doing it for her. You're doing it because you finally see your own worth. But here's the thing, when you start leveling up, she notices. Even if you've blocked her, even if you've cut off all contact, word spreads, people talk. Mutual friends mention how different you look, how your energy has shifted, how you seem unbothered, focused, unstoppable. And that eats at her. Because now she has to sit with the realization that the man she left behind no longer exists. That if she tried to come back, she wouldn't even recognize you. And the worst part? She wouldn't even have access anymore. See, people only value what they can't have. And the moment she realizes you've outgrown her, that she's no longer relevant to your story, that's when the regret kicks in. But by then, you're on a whole different level. And here's the truth. The man you're becoming wouldn't even want her back. Not out of bitterness, not out of ego, but because your standards have changed. You don't look backward. You don't settle. You don't need external validation. You become the prize. And once you understand that, you never chase again. If you're done living in the past, if you're ready to step into your full potential, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the prize. Detachment creates desire. Nothing makes a woman crave you more than the feeling that she never fully had you. Most men give too much, too fast. They wear their hearts on their sleeves. They reveal their emotions too easily. They make it painfully obvious that they're all in. And the problem? What is fully given is never fully valued. A woman doesn't want something handed to her. She wants to earn it. She wants to wonder if she's good enough for you. She wants to question whether she truly has your full attention, or if you're simply too focused on your own life to worry about her. That uncertainty, that doubt, that's what keeps her interested. But the moment you become too available, too predictable, too emotionally invested, she loses the desire to chase. She knows where you stand. She knows she has you completely. And the moment she knows that, she stops valuing you. A high value man doesn't fall into this trap. He doesn't play games. He doesn't fake detachment. He is detached. Not because he doesn't care, but because he has bigger things to focus on. He is on a mission. He is building his life. And he understands one truth that separates him from the rest. A woman should be an addition to his world, never the center of it. When you master detachment, you stop reacting. You stop overthinking. You stop caring too much about someone who barely thinks about you. And that energy, that self-control, that's what makes you irresistible. Because the less you give, the more they crave. The moment she realizes she can't fully figure you out, she doesn't know if she still has a place in your life. She feels that you could walk away at any moment without hesitation. That's when she starts chasing you. And by then, you won't even need her to. Because a man who has mastered detachment doesn't chase anyone. If you're done over-investing, if you're ready to take control of your emotions, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I remain detached. I remain in control. She will regret losing you. Regret doesn't hit immediately. At first, she thinks she made the right decision. She moves on. She enjoys the attention of other men. She feels free. But freedom isn't always what it seems. Over time, reality sets in. The excitement fades. The attention she thought was valuable starts to feel empty. And then it happens. She starts comparing. She starts remembering. She thought she could replace you easily, but no matter where she looks, she can't find another man like you. No other man carries himself the way you did. No other man makes her feel the way you did. And that's when it starts to haunt her. She scrolls through old pictures. She rereads old messages. She wonders what you're doing, who you're with. She thought you'd always be waiting in the background. But you're not. You're gone. You've elevated. You've disappeared from her reach. And that's when she realizes she lost something valuable. That's when regret starts to eat away at her. Because regret isn't just about missing someone. It's about knowing you can never get them back. But by the time she feels it, it's too late. You're no longer the same man she left. The version of you that loved her, wanted her, waited for her, that man doesn't exist anymore. You've outgrown her. And the worst part for her? She knows it. This is the power of moving on correctly. Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with growth. Because when you focus on becoming better instead of proving something to her, the regret takes care of itself. She will cry for you in silence. But you'll be long gone. If you're done waiting for people to see your worth, if you're ready to become irreplaceable, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the one who got away. The Stoic mindset for life. Emotions are fleeting. People are unpredictable. But discipline? Discipline lasts forever. A Stoic man understands. Life isn't about chasing temporary feelings. Life is about mastering yourself, controlling your reactions, never letting external forces dictate your inner peace. This is what separates the weak from the strong. The average man lives at the mercy of his emotions. He reacts. He panics. He seeks validation. But the Stoic man? He remains unshaken. When she left, when she ignored you, when she acted like you didn't matter, it hurt. But pain is just a test, a lesson, something to be endured and transformed. The weak man crumbles under it. He looks for distractions, quick fixes, anything to numb the sting. But the Stoic man, he embraces it. He lets the pain shape him, not break him. This mindset is your greatest weapon. Because once you train yourself to be indifferent to loss, once you learn to accept pain without letting it control you, you become unstoppable. Nothing can shake you. Nothing can break you. And that energy? It commands respect the moment you stop caring. Whether she regrets leaving, whether she misses you, whether she ever comes back, that's the moment you win. Because the truth is, it was never about her. It was always about you. Your growth, your discipline, your ability to walk through fire and come out untouched. A stoic man doesn't seek revenge. He doesn't hold grudges. He simply moves forward, focused, disciplined, untouchable. And that is what makes him unforgettable. If you're done letting emotions dictate your life, if you're ready to step into complete self-mastery, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master myself. Nothing controls me.